Welcome back to the channel, guys. Hope everyone's having a wonderful day. As always, sitting behind me, a beautiful 2015 C7 Corvette. Mr. DeGilio sent it to us from Pennsylvania. He was on the fence on going with a naturally aspirated package or a supercharged package, but we went ahead and just did both. We did what we call, again, our stage 3 supercharged package, which includes a camshaft, so you get the nice cam and chop at idle, as well as a centrifugal supercharger for boost. Let's pop the hood and go into more detail.
Experience the thrill of unrivaled performance. Our team of experts takes your ride to the next level. From horsepower gains to custom enhancements, we deliver results. Late model racecraft. We talkin' or we racing?
All right, so Howard has not had a modded vehicle in the past. So this is his first modded Corvette to build. We wanted to keep this thing, I call it driver friendly, that anyone can hop in and drive. Very simple on 93 octane. So our stage 3 supercharger package, guys, essentially engine comes out, new camshaft lifters, everything that we do for our normal cam package, whether it's NA or supercharged. So the internals of the engine get beefed up as far as camshaft, valve springs, and lifters. Still stock crank, rods, and pistons. So the limiting factor of the engine is the stock piston. As always, American Racing headers all the way back to the catback. Then for the supercharger system, we do a centrifugal. It is a A&A centrifugal supercharger kit with an air-to-air intercooler. And a few reasons why I like this system. Back in the day, we did obviously thousands of C6 Corvettes that are supercharged, and the way that the radiator sits up front, most intercoolers would block the radiator. And here in Houston or any hot weather driving, stop and go traffic, or mainly on I-10, stop and go traffic, these things would create a lot of heat in the coolant temps because there's really the airflow going across the radiator was being blocked by the intercooler. Y'all can see here, which Jason will probably show later, the intercooler, it does sit horizontal, so you can see it underneath the radiator. So two things that are good about it. It has a little hole in it so that the air can be redirected through the intercooler to keep intake air temps down, as well as you have space for air to get through it, to go through the radiator as well to keep coolant temps down. And yeah, again, this is a perfect setup for a customer just wanting more horsepower. If y'all have seen on our channel, just our stage 1 supercharger package usually creates these cars' baseline manuals around 400 rear wheel horsepower. Supercharger alone will give you right over 500, usually between 500 and 530, 540, depending on the combination. Every car is a little bit different. Once we add the camshaft to it as well, again, the mechanical fuel pump, so the camshaft drives the mechanical fuel pump harder, we can get more fuel out of it. And at this boost level, only 7 pounds of boost, this thing makes over 650 rear wheel horsepower. Again, still on 93 octane, very simple to drive. This is, for you LT1 owners out there, definitely a Z06 killer, like our stage 1 supercharged package. We try to call it a C7 Z06 killer because it makes roughly 20-30 horsepower more than a C7 Z06. This thing is now making well over 100, almost 150 horsepower more than a C7 Z06. So Howard now is going to have that awesome sound of the chop at idle with the camshaft in it and the headers on it. So he has the great sound at idle. And then with the boosted application, when you're normal driving it, you don't really feel it. But once you accelerate with that centrifugal blower, it's a linear horsepower curve. You hear the supercharger and you hear that bypass valve when you let off, which is the best sound in the world while driving these vehicles. So I'm gonna stop talking now. We're gonna hop in it and go for a test drive. I actually think Howard flew into town, so he might actually hop in it with me for the very first test drive for this video so you guys can see my reaction as well as his for the first time seeing the vehicle. So let's go do that now.
Howard, Steven Howard.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Buddy?
It's my brother-in-law, Mike.
Steve, nice to meet you. You can put your bags in there for now.
Yeah? Okay.
Yep. What you think? So all we did is what? We sent you just an idle video for now?
Yeah.
And the dyno video?
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, you haven't had a modded one yet, right?
No, nothing like this. Nothing that I didn't.
Well, you did
myself.
2015, low miles on, only 15,000 miles on it. I just briefly went over what our Stage 3 Supercharger package includes. I forgot to mention, we have a breather on it as well. So all the crankcase pressure from the boost. That way we don't have to worry about it pushing a front seal or rear main seal. And then what we do is we vent it out to the front of the car so the cab, you don't smell it inside the cab that bad. But AC on, recirculate. Oh man, this thing is sick. With the camshaft in it now, you get that chop at idle, and then with the supercharger, you hear it while you're getting on it, and then the bypass valve when you let off. You're gonna absolutely love this thing. To go from 400, what was it? Yeah, 411 baseline, 652, and then torque 399 to 516, and that's nice and safe. 93 octane. You want more later, very easy to get there. Like if you want over 700, we can get there pretty easy too. But 200 something rear horsepower gain, big difference. We also did a monster clutch in it as well. You already had a short throw shifter in it. So I mean, this thing's ready to rock and roll. The only thing we're about to go find out are how good these tires are. Yeah. So I have a feeling, you're going to drive this thing all the way back to Pennsylvania, right?
Yeah.
How badass is that? I love it. They said you might stop in Louisiana for a while.
Sure. Yeah, we're gonna stop there tonight.
I'm jealous. I'm jealous. Road trip.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good time.
But yes, so those tires I think will be good for like high rolls, like third gear and fourth gear stuff. But if you want to do first and second gear pulls, probably when it's time for new tires, upgrade to that Toyo.
Yeah, I figure
on
I'm
it.
gonna do that when I get home after these 1,700 miles, because they might not be on there after this.
But we'll put this in the car for you. That way you have it.
Oh yeah.
The before and after. And then you haven't even heard it yet, huh?
Just on the video.
Oh yeah. Wait till you hear this thing. And it's clean for 2015. No paint, no PPF or anything on it yet.
No, nothing.
I would recommend doing that later. So
That's quite a difference.
I tell customers, when you start, like you want to show your buddy the car, start it up, let it heat up, get some oil temp in it before you start free revving to show it off. But that sounds sick, doesn't it? It'll start rocking too with the AC on. So it'll idle up. Idle RPM will be a little bit higher when it's cold, then it will eventually drop to the set idle RPM. So I always let it warm up for a couple minutes, and then we go. Sounds sick, right?
Yeah, it sounds badass. Guy, like growing up in Pennsylvania, it was all four-wheel drive trucks, jeeps up in the woods my whole life.
Right.
And as I got older and stuff, I got the bikes and stuff, and now with you can't really have too much fun with your old lady on the back of a bike. So, and recently in the last couple of years, started getting the cars, and found you guys. And I'm like, yeah, I'm definitely coming down here.
How long have you had this one?
Less than a year.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I put about 3,000 miles on it.
Nice. So it is a weekend away?
Yeah.
Give someone to drive. Okay.
Well, some like long weekend road trips, like Friday to Monday type of deal sometimes.
And again, with this package, you can put 93 octane in it and just go wherever you want, man. As far as maintenance goes, just normal oil changes, nothing's crazy. Very simple.
Sounds so good.
And you get the best of both worlds. You have it loud like we have it here, and as I'm sure as you know, we can
It's never going
simply,
quiet.
if you wanted to do a road trip,
Yeah, you can, yep.
Is that crazy how quiet that is?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Like, it sounds like a stock car on the highway.
Absolutely. I might actually use that on there. We got a long
For
trip
a road
home.
trip,
Yeah,
you will.
Yeah.
You will. Like I said, I'm getting older now. I always like them loud, but believe it or not, on the highway, if it's a long distance, I'll quieten it up.
I probably will. I got a bunch of miles to put in over the next 2 days, 3 days, so.
That's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
I'm jealous.
Yeah.
That sounds fun.
I said this was my plan ever since I started realizing this is 100% what I'm gonna do. Bring it down to you guys. Like, I'm shipping it down and definitely road tripping it home for sure.
That's awesome. Yeah, we've had a lot. Most customers transport both ways, but lately, like the past month, we've had a lot fly in and drive home. We've had 2 this week drive back to California.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, that's a far drive. But yeah, but it's, again, the one guy was retired. He's like, man, I got enough to do. I want to enjoy my car. I'm like, yeah, fuck, do it.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what we built them for.
Yeah.
Enjoy these things.
Yep, no doubt.
And like I said, even with with these tires on it, you're not gonna hurt anything. Even if you put a Toyo on it, you got a good clutch in it. If you're drag racing, like from a stop, the worst thing's gonna happen, it can tire shake really bad, wheel hop really bad, like a CV axle can break.
Yeah.
But that's like, it's gonna spin the tires most likely before it does something like that. But with the clutch in it now, like I said, you'll see. We can have fun and do it over and over again as much as you want.
That's what I'm hoping. That's why I came here.
Good. And then I said a little bit in the video too. So like the older C6s and stuff, the way the intercooler sat, I don't know. So this is an air-to-air intercooler.
Right.
Somebody's got a sub going. Speakers behind us. So air-to-air intercooler. The supercharger spins off the crankshaft, goes in the intercooler, then into the throttle body. The intercooler sits horizontal, so it lays down.
Yeah.
So you still have air going across the radiator and condenser. So your coolant temps still stay nice. Like back in the day, the C6 stuff, man, it sit vertical and it would block the radiator and condenser. So the airflow going across your radiator and condenser. Man, in the summer here, at 105 degrees outside, stoplight to stoplight, or in traffic, the coolant temps would get really hot.
Yep.
This thing, you'll see, coolant temps and oil temps stay phenomenal.
Pennsylvania, we get 2 weeks worth of nice weather. So the rest is 60, 70 degrees, so we should be good.
Yeah, you'll be fine. Yeah, we always put, for the clutch, we always heat cycle it before we dyno it, so we always heat cycle it. I'll drive it back and forth like to lunch a few days, heat cycle it, then we dyno it, and then right now it's okay to just have fun with. People always ask, so I need to break in the clutch even more. Once it's heat cycled and the discs are seated, you're good to go. The only way you're gonna hurt a clutch like this is if, again, you're trying to drag race it and you're just slipping the hell out of the clutch trying to launch it. I'm glad you picked the Corvette, man. I think you did the right. You chose right, my friend.
Yeah,
especially for doing performance work to it. You chose the right vehicle.
I had my first one, I grabbed an old C4, and it was in really good shape, a really nice car and stuff, and then that pretty much, we did a couple of weekend things with that, and that pretty much, I said, all right, I definitely need another one, but not. So I was trying to get a C06, and in my area, and even close, a couple states away, everything was just crazy. This is, about a year and a half ago. And I said, well, I'm not in a hurry, I'll wait. And my buddy who owns a car lot called me up, he says, because I knew I wanted a manual.
Yep.
He called me up, he says, you gotta come look at this one that I got. So I did, and I'm like, you know what, I'm not waiting anymore, screw it, I'll just get it, and I'll send it down to you guys.
I was about to say, to be honest, you probably have in the car and the mods cheaper than with the Z06.
Probably pretty close, yeah.
And this thing will make, it'll kill a Z06.
Yes, exactly.
So Z06 is usually baseline around 530, 540 on our dyno, and this is making over 650.
Yeah.
Just to give you an idea of how much quicker it'll be than a Z06.
Yep.
And again, it's a lot, 200 plus 250 rear horsepower more is a big difference. But if you do get used to it, like I said, that blower can make up to 800-900 pretty easy. So we can send it back, we can check on pistons or do even like a flex fuel setup. And really it's just about fueling and the piston.
Right.
But we can make over 700 very easy. But most people, this is more than enough.
Yeah.
I tell customers 650 to 750 rear wheel horsepower for a weekend toy with 3 pedals.
Yeah.
Man, unless you're just wanting to be the fastest guy in your town,
Right.
This is a fun car to have, and you still will beat 90% of the cars.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. No, I think this is going to be absolutely perfect for what I'm going to use the car for. I have some fun on the weekends here and there, and I'm not going to be doing massive.
Yeah, you're not going to drag strip with
No,
it,
I'm
right?
not. No.
And the paint still looks good for being
Yeah.
2015.
Yeah, I was real happy with
That's
this
what.
one.
Yeah.
I was like,
As I said, when you get back, I would, if you know,
Oh.
save the chips back up and do just do the paint correction, have them clean it up, and then do like that ceramic coating or PPF the front end.
Yep.
Just keep the rock chips off of it.
I brought it with me. I bought one of those cheap Nova stretch bras for the ride home.
Okay, good call.
Just at least
Yeah,
to save
no,
a little bit, you know?
Definitely.
And then, yeah, I'm going to do that eventually. Definitely get some PPF on.
Traction control. Traction control. Spin the tires with traction control on.
Yeah. You can hear it. You can hear it.
Yeah, if we turn traction control off, which I can if you want, just to see how crazy it'll be, it'll go sideways.
Uh-huh.
You put the Toyos on it though, you'll be able to do first and second gear pulls. With these tires on it, I say third is pretty safe, just doing third and fourth. But again, that was, you saw, I did it right there, it's okay, as long as you leave traction control on. Traction control off, you just be ready.
Yeah.
Be ready. And so this is a linear horsepower curve, right? So the way the centrifugal supercharger works, as RPM climbs, boost climbs. So if someone pulls up next to you and you want to have fun, I always make sure, we got a car like this, I'd want to be like at 4,500, 4,500 RPMs and then stab it.
Got it.
I always do one pass, make sure everything's clear, and then we have fun coming back. If you watch our videos, this is one spot, and then I have another one that's a little bit farther away. It's a little bit better because there's nothing around it.
Gotcha.
It just sucks. It's like 30 minutes away.
Yeah.
Once the new shop's open, we'll be closer to that area, so it'll be nice.
Yeah, it's funny just obviously watching all the videos and stuff and then finally being here and seeing everything that I've been seeing for the last 4 or 5 years watching.
I love it.
It's pretty awesome. I love it.
So I'll leave traction control on, I'll do just a third and fourth gear pull, and then after that we'll maybe get a little bit more crazier. I just want you to feel just a basic seat of the pants and from a higher roll, so it won't be crazy.
Gotcha. It sounds awesome. Hell yeah, that's considerably different.
Yes. Night and day from a stock car.
Yeah.
And then
that's awesome.
And then we'll come up here and I'll just for the hell of it, we'll do a few lower gear pulls.
Yep, don't worry about anything. I'm definitely getting new tires after the trip.
Sounds good though, right?
Yeah. Oh man, that's awesome.
Like I said, I like it because again, best of both worlds. You can have it loud like that, and then just click a button and it's back to quiet again. Just see how bad it is. Turn traction control off, just so you can see it. Second gear, like 3,500 RPMs. Awesome, right?
It rolls out so fast.
Once you get some heat in the tires, that's why I said these tires won't be that bad once you get heat in them, and you have to be on a good concrete road.
Yeah.
Asphalt roads, no dice.
Yeah, that was solid. That was not bad.
Yeah, no. like I said, if you do first gear, you can go crazy.
Sure.
Like the first time we hit it over there when the tires are really cold,
Yeah.
it can get kind of sketchy.
Man, that thing's awesome now. It's so awesome.
Like I said, I love the cam, and then for me, just I love boosted cars, so that bypass valve. And from like we hear it inside, but if you're outside a car next to you, all they hear is that bypass valve when you let off. It's so good.
Yep. That is freaking perfect.
It blows them off.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Man, thank you for letting me build it. Thank you so much. Like I said, if you ever want more and have any questions, like I said, hey, I always tell people, if you've never had a modded vehicle, no stupid question. If you're driving back and you're like, hey, something sounds funnier, I don't know what that sounds like, call me, let me know. Because I almost say like long tube headers, just because you've never had a modded car. If you're next to, let's say, a highway,
like a barrier or the sound thing.
Sometimes you'll hear the header noise, and some people are like, man, is that an exhaust leak or noise? Normally it's just a long tube header you're hearing going through the exhaust.
Gotcha.
You know, that's one thing that people have called me on, but for the most part, like I said, any at all, that's what we're here for. Call us.
Appreciate it, man.
No stupid questions.
Hell yeah.
No stupid questions.
What you think?
Oh.
A little faster?
It's such a great job. It's perfect. It's literally perfect. Freaking love it. It's so much better. It's like it's night and day. It's not even the same car. It looks the same, but it's not the same car.
So first took them second gear traction control on just to heat up the tires. It spun pretty good. Then we did our normal spot third gear, just nice and easy. Third gear, like he felt it. It kind of probably felt really fast for him. Me not. I'm like, all right, I'm used to this. Then we did second gear, third. Oh yeah, this thing rolls its ass off second, third, and fourth. I kept doing it. I said, all right, I'm done. I'll let you play with your car now. I kept playing with that. Yeah. I kept going. I'm rolling our way back. I'm like, one more second. One more. Thanks for watching this video, guys. If you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. Give it a like if you liked it so far, and please turn on bell notifications for future content as we have cool stuff in the pipeline that you're going to want to see. And as always, please comment below.